everyone, I have Maisie Layla here and she is ready to do a details video. I got her practically all undressed and she's looking just beautiful in this lighting. And first off, I wanted to say that I normally wouldn't dress and undress a baby this much because I've been doing that a lot lately. I think I've undressed her 4 different times this week, which is a lot, and I've been very, very careful with her, but silicone is just very fragile, so I won't be doing that anymore. But before I kind of get into her details, I also wanted to say that her artist that poured her and sculpted her is Sherry Bowden, and her nursery name or her website is Bowden Babies, which I will put a link down below. And then her artist that painted her, and she did a wonderful job as well, is Tiffany Harden, or I think that's how you say her last name, and she is Angela Original's daughter. So if you go on Angela Original's website, Tiffany has her own little tab on there. So let's get started on her toes. They are kind of thick tipped, but a lot of silicones just have a little bit thicker tipped toenails and fingernails because it's so hard to get thin lines on there. But I think that she did a pretty good job. They look really cute. And the bottom of her toes I just adore, you guys. They got a little hair on them, but just look at those little toes and her little pinky toe. It's so cute. I can't get over them. And she's got lots of little blue undertones like a real baby would, and blushing and everything like that. And she's very, very squishy. She is made out of super soft platinum silicone, which I love. When you touch it, it kind of feels like she has peach fuzz on her or something like that from the silicone. I meant from the powder. And she does have a little bit of fuzz still left on her. When I opened her box, she had like these teeny tiny pieces of black fuzz on her, which I thought that was kind of weird. But after I dressed her and everything, it started to come off and it hasn't been as bad. Nothing has really been sticking to her here other than that little hair was on her toe, on her other leg. Look at those little rolls, they're just so cute. And she does have little imperfections, like this little dot on her leg. Or I guess it's just a raised bump. But real babies do have little imperfections, and so do silicones. I am just in awe with her, you guys. I have waited so long to get a silicone, and she's just perfect. And as you guys can tell, she's quite similar to my skin tone. She's a little bit more red than I am, but usually babies are more red. So I think she's got lots of realistic tones on her. Her little ankles are so cute. Oh, actually that's her heel. Her ankle would be that. I'm not very good at science. Little bottoms of her toes. Like, look at those. Just lots of little wrinkles. They're very kissable feet. And then moving on, she does have this little belly plate that's very squishy. It's just a big circle. Right now it kind of looks like a half moon, but it goes like all the way down here. And she's not anatomically correct. It's a generic belly plate. And it is quite boring. Like, all it is just this little dot right here. So what I have done is I made these little clay belly button pieces and I molded them, and now all I need to do is pour the silicone. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little hole right here big enough to fit this in so that it's interchangeable. So she's got this one, and then this is what the belly button would look like once it's healing. And I'm going to make this one like a brown color. And then this one's the fresh new belly button, or cord I guess you could say. And then this one I'm just going to leave clear So I think those are going to be really cute. I'll show you guys once they're done. Right now, I just need to find the time to pour the silicone. And then onto her body, which is just this plain white body. And that's kind of nice that it's white, because if you get powder on it, it's not that bad. You can't see it. But I absolutely hate how big the bottom of her legs are, because they're supposed to be full legs. And she can't wear onesies because of how thick this part is, which it's really cold out, even though it's sunny. So I guess I don't really mind that for now. But when it becomes spring, she's going to get a new body for sure. And then her body, with like how it's filled, is it's mostly beans up until this section right here, and then it's fluff. And at first I really didn't like that, because all of my reborn babies are very, very floppy in the body, because their arms or legs aren't floppy. So actually it makes sense to have this all be wading beads, because their real baby's body wouldn't be very floppy, and then their arms and legs would be a little bit more floppy if you were holding them. So she's got that, and they are jointed arms and legs, or I think that's what they're called. I forget. Also, it was smart. Like, so many reborn artists, what they do is they do the zip ties and then they just cut them, and then there's like something pokey right there, but you're supposed to slide them in. So she did a great job with that. And then her nails, these ones are pretty thin as well. She did a good job. I just love how like her hands feel. Just feel like a real baby is touching you. It's amazing. She has lots of little wrinkles in all the right places. And blushing in all the right places too. She doesn't really so much have mottling like a lot of reborns do. It's more just her skin is very blotchy. So I would imagine her to be like a week old, rather than just born, because Kaylee's skin tone and Abria's skin tone is very much just born baby, whereas hers, it looks like she's a couple days old, or more like several days old. But her hands are so pretty, you guys. Like, look at how much detail Sherry got in these hands. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. I would highly recommend her if you guys want a silicone. Especially cloth body, because most of her babies are cloth body silicones. And then moving on to her face, her chin is a little bit shiny because I was afraid to put too much powder on her. And then her mouth did get opened, so there's not like a tongue or anything in there, because the kit originally does not have a sculpted mouth. She just opened her for me because I asked if her mouth could be opened. But it's pretty big. Sometimes it's hard to get pacifiers in there sometimes because her mouth is just so little, but it does go far pretty back. Let me see if I could do this without. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get my finger in there, but it goes almost all the way to my knuckle. And there's her little chinny chin, very cute, and her nose is very squishy as well. And her cheekies. Her eyes are the prettiest color. They're this light blue, and then they have like this green ring around it, like right around her pupil. And I've always wanted eyes this color, but my eyes are very, very brown, like about as brown as it gets. And she's a baldy for now, but eventually I will get her rooted in a light brown little hair color. Her little ears, also very squishy like a real baby's. And they are like kind of weird looking from the back because they're very thick, but from the front, they're extremely realistic. Like every single little detail was not forgotten about. Sorry that was such a long video. But she's got lots of little details, and I had lots of little things to show you guys, I guess. But I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!